Alright, this is the story about how I started my MMA journey. So, about early 2023, I was in Mexico. Long story short, I just did a semester there. It was fun. And I made a lot of good friends. And this one friend I met, his name was... I don't want to give out his name because I feel like he wouldn't like that. His name, we'll make up a name, was Jack, let's just say. So Jack, I met him at school like on a day, and he was just cool. We just talked a bunch, and we hung, and we had a lot of similarities, like both men, and like we just had a lot of things in common, and so we would hang out a lot. And he was a grade under me, or 2 under me, either one or 2. I forgot, but he was cool. He was a little weird, like other people didn't like him, but like I could care less, you know. So we're hanging out a bunch, we pray together, we're all about God, we're all about fitness, we're all about training, all that. And he tells me how he does jiu-jitsu, because I told him how I'm interested in it. And he goes, wait, stand up. We were sitting on the ground. And I stand up, he grabs me, he like, I don't know how to explain it, but he wraps his leg around the outside of me and just pushes me, so I basically trip. So he throws me to the ground, and it was like very playful. It was not like, I wasn't mad at all. But he showed me that, and like I felt the complete control he had in that moment of putting me to the ground. Like there's nothing I could have done in that moment to not drop to the ground. So I was kind of like, oh shit, like I need to learn whatever he knows. So I was like, yeah, that's like, can you take me to your gym? And he was like, of course. I do Muay Thai too. And Muay Thai is, if you're not familiar, boxing, kickboxing, but also with knees and elbows. It's from Thailand. I'll make more videos about it. It's a whole nother thing. But jiu-jitsu, if you're also not familiar, is kind of like wrestling, but more technical with like submissions. So wrestling is its own thing, and jiu-jitsu is similar to wrestling because it's like grappling, like you're grabbing each other and like holding with grips and stuff. Jiu-jitsu's more focused on like submissions and gaining control in certain positions. A little gay, I know, but you can beat anybody of any size that doesn't know jiu-jitsu. So if you know jiu-jitsu and you're 5'2", you could theoretically, he could always just slam you on the ground. Theoretically, you could beat a 6'2", 250 guy if you know enough and you understand how to properly do it. But back to the story. So he tells me about the gym, and I'm like, oh hell yeah, I want to go. I need to learn this. So I go to the gym one day. It's just a community gym. Like it's just like 3 basketball courts where they do like kid tournaments, and then there's a volleyball court. Some cute girls there, but it was a karate dojo. So imagine it's like a little room with like just the 3 walls in like an even bigger building, and there's no roof, so it's just like a kind of a UFC type cage wall of just like, you know. So I go meet the coach, meet some of his peers in the place. It's really small, probably like 7 people max. And my first day, this is one thing that really stuck with me. My first day, it was mixed martial arts. So it was, first class was Muay Thai, and then second was Jiu-Jitsu. So Muay Thai, we're getting in there. I'm like, all right, but I'll just do it. I don't really care. We go in there, and the coach tells me, all right, go with that guy over there and do 50 kicks each leg. This is my, mind you, my first day, right? He's telling me to do 100 kicks total. I'm like, I don't know how to kick. So he just tells me to go over there. I don't know, I'm vaguely remembering him giving me like advice on how to kick. I don't think he did. Like, I think I'm just making that up. I truly think he just made me go over there. The dude's just holding a pad on his leg, and I'm just like, I can kick. Like, I have the motion a little bit. So we did it, we got over with it, blah, blah, blah. The next class, similar, but since I didn't have a partner because it was kind of odd numbers, he was just showing me some stuff. Long story short, great first time. And then it just snowballed from there. I stayed there for a semester, and I did about a month and a half. It was like a city gym anyway, so it's whatever. But that's where I started. That's how I started. That was my true start to MMA. And the journey has been amazing. I've been doing it for the past 2 years now, mainly jiu-jitsu. I've kind of stepped more into Muay Thai recently. So fun, you know. But yeah, it's such a good thing that I did it, because it was scary. Like, of course we all have and this is the part I'm assuming, click the link if you're still watching. This is the part most people kind of want to hear. It is really scary. Like, it is like, I feel that coward within me that wants to kind of just not do it. I don't want to get punched in the face. I don't want to get kicked in the body. I'm not saying that happens all the time, but it does happen sometimes. It's scary even when, like, you're not in that sparring sometimes, and like you have to handle some situations. When you get used to it, you're just a man in it. It's whatever. But, and some people also have that dog in them, like, when they get into it. So, for example, I've seen some days where we have some sparring nights, and some people kind of, like, realize that they're about to spar, like, even though they've understood, like, oh yeah, today I'm going to the gym later, and then I'm gonna go spar. Even though mentally they've clocked it in, emotionally it hasn't really clicked. So in that, sometimes I'll see dudes literally kind of like think about it, like you can see somebody thinking about it, and like the gears shift in their head, and they're like, I'm not scared at all. That could be you. So never doubt yourself. Never think your doubtful fears before the moment of what you're fearing comes. Don't let those ideas like drown you in what you think is your like reality to face that situation. Most fears are amplified by 1,000,000 times from our brain. Our brain fills in the gaps of unknowns so well, but it's sad that it does it in a negative way, so that most times we're also programmed to have a doubtful, fearful thought and amplify it with so many more negative affirmations, like, oh yeah, that doubtful thought, that's true because of this, because you're not good enough, because this, because she said that, and that's true. Every little space that there is available most times is just filled with a negative thought, and it's a snowball. Now, what do successful people do? Not that. They do the opposite. They have those crevices of space, and they're aware of it. Awareness is the tool here. Awareness is the tool of, okay, I have a doubtful, fearful thought about going to a sparring next Friday. What if I get punched? What if I get a black eye? All those things. Those are also the negative little thoughts that creep into the crevices. But what is the true way to do it? Having that fearful, doubtful thought, and then as soon as, imagine this is the available space. Imagine this is literally just land, and this is the negative thought coming in. You, with your awareness, grab that negative thought, throw it out the window, throw it out the metaphorical window, and from your heart and from your soul, grab the most positive idea, most brave, courageous words of wisdom that you could possibly fathom in your own mind, and fucking put it there. Stop acting like you need to think negatively. Like, I have this summer job. I'm a caddy. And sometimes we do tournaments as caddies together, and we went to this one. And I was talking to my caddy peers, and before the 18 holes, a golf round is 18 holes, they're on and on about 18 holes is so long. I work at a 9-hole course, so 18 is 2 times. 18 is so long, we're gonna have to walk 3-4 miles and take care of 4 golfers, and it's a tournament and blah blah blah. Mind you, these are track athletes. Like these two guys that are saying this, they play track. And I'm trying to motivate them. I'm like, yo, number one, you're getting money. Like, I don't understand what you're complaining about. You're making money. But to make the point clear, they have this doubtful, fearful thought of they're about to do the 18 holes. They're about to caddy 18 holes for 4 golfers. That the doubtful, fearful thought of, oh my gosh, that's a lot of walking. That's a lot of maybe concentration, all that. Like, can I do it? I don't know if I can do it. That thought was implanted in their heads. Maybe not that one, but the idea of doing 18 holes for 4 golfers led to fearful, doubtful thoughts, and they started letting them in. I don't want you to do that, because that doesn't help you. You don't need to have a big mission of 18 holes as a caddy, and you don't have to have a negative thought. Like, I know this sounds like duh, but like what I'm trying to say is, like, you don't have to think that you should do this or you should do that. Like, truly understand what I'm saying. You can think the way you want to think. You don't have to, just because something is hard and most people complain about hard things, doesn't mean you have to complain as well. If you have an initial, if you're like a healed, like cured person, and you have the initial thought in terms of like some hard thing you're gonna do, and you have the initial, a positive initial thought, like, shoot, this is gonna be really tough, but I think I can do it. You know, I've been working really hard the past few weeks. I think I can achieve it. That is the opposite of what most people do. In our world has made it to feel like we have to strive to admit the negative. Dude, the negative is demons. The negative is the devil. Why are you submitting to the devil? Like, you realize that demons are just your negative thought loops talking to you, right? Do you know how dangerous that is? I don't want you to don't be scared. I don't think you are. But like, these are demons. Your negative thoughts of, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I don't know if I can do this hard thing. Those are demons trying to convince you that those thoughts are true. Now, what I was just saying, you don't have to agree with them as true, even if external pressures like friends or family unconsciously make you feel like saying something negative is like the norm, and you know, it makes situations feel more comfortable too. Like, for that caddy example, it made preparing for the 18 holes feel a little more comfortable, because we have been, what a fucked world, we have been so accustomed to negativity and trauma as safe and the norm. Guys, we have to switch the paradigm. We have to flip the paradigm. Just because something feels safe does not mean that it is doing you justice. It is not benefiting you in any type of way to be having negative thoughts. So back to my story about Muay Thai. It is scary to get punched. I remember one of the first Friday spar nights in Mexico when I was down there still doing the, I'm still going with my friend Jack. I remember the first night I did it, he said, all right, let's do it, let's spar together, like when we get there. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I've already been training for a few days, so I feel like, yeah, I got some, you know, spunk. We go. And the first second of putting my hands up and us dapping up, I'm like, oh shit, this is scary. I was actually like kind of, metaphorically, I shitted myself for a second. I was like, oh fuck. Like, my heart kind of, like, my stomach kind of dropped. I'm trying to like really emphasize, like, it was kind of like, even though this is my friend and I know he would never want to cause actual long-term damage to me, it still was like, holy shit, this dude could kill me right now. That's a really primal idea to have, because I also had the same feeling in that moment. So like, maybe he was feeling the same way. And that's honestly, side point, that's something really, really important to recognize, that the same amount of fear you're feeling, the same amount of fear your opponent is feeling. Somebody's at my door. Thanks for watching. Click the link in the description.